this is very sad and very disappointing that stopping somebody to move out alone. आप लोग की खुद की mental health को आप कैसे manage करते हैं?
बीवियाँ आके बोलती हैं कि भाई डिवोर्स चाहिए, अब तो बहुत हो गया, बंदा घर में ही नहीं आता है या
I think most of the people want somebody to listen to them. Before we go to Afghanistan, you might have met many actors, many celebrities in your career. Because UN के तो सब लोग face बनने के लिए बेकरार रहते हैं.
जैसे ही हम अपना इंट्रोडक्शन देते हैं लोग जॉब मांगना शुरू हो जाते हैं.
The most important thing now you are working with UN in Afghanistan. जब अफगानिस्तान में होने वाला है, अब वो होने वाला है. पूरा विश्व युद्ध हम देखते हैं कि वहीं से होने वाला है.
But yes, there are challenges of freedom of speech for the women. They can't be moving out of the house without a mahram.
So even 2 girls, 3 girls, 4 girls, they cannot go out.
But having said that, for Indians, I would say they really love Indians. The Afghanis. Afghanis are the key for medical tourism to India.
So I still fail to understand when you people work so closely with the patients. आप लोग की खुद की mental health को आप कैसे manage करते हो? अगर for example अगर मेरे सामने मुझे सड़क में भी कोई इंसान कोई mentally ill मिलेगा तो मैं घर जाके उसके बारे में सोचूंगा. वो मुझे एक दिन मिला है और मैं सोच रहा हूँ उसके बारे में. But when you have patients, you have to work with them on a regular basis, on a daily basis, and you know it's one of the deadliest disease, whatever you call, or a virus, whatever you want to call it, and you have to deal with them on a daily basis. How do you manage your own mental health?
I'll just go a step forward and tell you कि ये वाली जो disease है वो दिखती है, right? There are other diseases that as an HR professional one deals with जो नहीं दिखती हैं, जो staff की stress levels, mental health, that really starts telling on people. Family life goes kaput. There are situations where काफी दिनों तक if somebody is out of the thing, I've had people within India and outside also जहाँ बीवियाँ आके बोलती हैं कि भाई divorce चाहिए, अब तो बहुत हो गया, बंदा घर में ही नहीं आता है या vice versa, could be a man saying that and all of that. So all those things have happened, so it affects the family as well. So I'm not going to restrict it only to a question where you're saying physical ailment. It's also a mental and andar ki bimari, which people don't discuss and talk about freely. Actually, people have started talking about it. We have been talking about it and dealing with it as HR professional. I've been dealing with it for a long time. So this is how. So the moment you see stress, so at my level, I can speak for myself as an HR professional. I speak to each and every staff of mine. Even if they're in the remotest area, I reach out to them. I have traveled extensively just to be there for them. I don't sit in my AC room. I am not one of those who you will find me very unassuming. I have no airs. I will go anywhere, speak to anybody, and nobody will know what I'm doing and stuff. So then people call me and discuss their issues in person. So which is a good, it's a win-win, let's say, as an HR professional that I have, that every single person in the organization, I could say for India, 2,500 people that I was dealing with here during polio eradication program. Now, यमन में करीब 900 लोग थे, यहाँ पर 500 हैं अफगानिस्तान में. So every single person picks up the phone, whether it's middle of the night or morning or whatever, they will call me. I'm available whether I'm on chutti, not chutti, they know I'm available. Even during COVID times, I was working remotely with WHO headquarters, 43 emergency countries. So I was different time zones, whether it's Fiji, Australia, Canada, US. So I was available all the time. I was getting calls and discussing. Sometimes people just talk and vent, and that is helpful. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be counseled. They just want to be heard. So even if you're there to give them a ear, that's good enough for them. And then you start working on their mental health. You start checking on them.
I think most of the people want somebody to listen to them.
Correct. So then I start coming back to dealing with how we deal with it is we identify if there is a little cause, then I I ensure that I do some training sessions, subtly to tell them that you're dealing with mental health issues. And, there are trained staff counselors also that we have. So I would go and refer those people to them. Or tell the staff counselor, give a call by the way to that person, and deal with that. So whether it's a physical or mental, and then we give breaks to people. We let them go.
Do you people really get time to have breaks also?
Well, I can't say that for myself, but but yeah, we do. Like in stressful countries like Yemen, Afghanistan, emergency countries, South Sudan, we do have a policy UN-wide where we get either a 6 weeks or a 4-week break. Which means, break after 6 weeks or 4 weeks. The other way around. So that is like 2 days of travel time outside the country, wherever you're posted, and 5 days of recuperation. We call it rest and recuperation. So time off, which is paid for.
And one thing more, do you get time for your own self? पूरा 7 के 7 दिन काम होता है कि you get a day off?
Actually, with me, I enjoy doing what I do, so I don't get a day off at all. Whether it's 28 days in the country or Afghanistan currently, and then when I'm out, I'm perpetually on call, but this time was the first time, I took a month off.
यहाँ तो हफ्ते में 1 दिन या 2 दिन ना मिले तो फिर मूवी ना देखे बाहर जाकर तो लगता है कि रक्षा आप पागल हो जाऊंगा मैं.
No, but I have my ways of unwinding and stuff because when I come over, party and let my hair down, and I have friends, thankfully, which I can be myself with. Otherwise, you have to keep being very formal, very correct all the time. So that is not sustainable.
Yeah, I understand.
And I play and gym. So
you play sports. Let me tell you, we met in one of the clubs where she plays squash and I play tennis. So that's how we met. Before we go to Afghanistan, you might have met many actors, many celebrities in your career, no?
Not a single one.
Not a single one?
यही हमारी दुखती
Because UN के तो सब लोग face बनने के लिए बेकरार रहते हैं.
हम लोग बैकएंड वाले हैं ना. हम अपनी शक्ल दिखाते ही नहीं है. जैसे ही हम अपना इंट्रोडक्शन देते हैं, लोग जॉब मांगना शुरू हो जाते हैं. तो हम तो बोलते हैं
मैंने सबसे पहले मांग ली थी.
हम तो बात ही नहीं करते, हम बताते नहीं हम करते क्या है. तो मतलब I hesitate because the moment you say then can we have a job, how can we get in, and ये वो चालू हो जाता है. फिर हम
HR डिपार्टमेंट किसी का भी होगा, उससे जॉब ही मांगी जाती है. ऐसा कुछ नहीं.
हम खुद ही जॉब ढूंढ रहे हैं.
The most important thing, now you are working with UN in Afghanistan. How is it? For how long you've been there, by the way?
I joined in May last year.
So 1 year. And Afghanistan के बारे में हम लोग बहुत सारी खबरें पढ़ते हैं. So coming to the first thing, जो खबरें पढ़ते हैं वो सही है, उतनी ही सच्चाई है कि उसमें, because you said कि UN is all about statistics. The statistics, whatever they showcase in the news channel, कि अब अफगानिस्तान में ये होने वाला है, अब वो होने वाला है, पूरा विश्व युद्ध हम देखते हैं कि वहीं से होने वाला है.
मतलब ये थोड़ा सा एक्सट्रापोलेट करते हैं, but having said that, we all know that there are challenges currently, and because of whatever reasons, I wouldn't want to go into too many specific, but yes, there are challenges of freedom of speech for the women, girl child, restrictions on their movements. They can't be moving out of the house without a mahram. Mahram is an escort, a male escort, whether it be, and they have to be either a son or a father, husband, brother, cannot be an outsider.
So even 2 girls, 3 girls, 4 girls, they cannot go out?
No, they cannot. And they have to be fully, kind of covered top to toe. You cannot show your hands or your feet. And you also have to cover your mask up, basically. And headgear to hota hi hai. So basically, you have to wear the abaya, as you call it. The full abaya.
This is very sad and very disappointing that you're stopping somebody to move out alone.
So you must have read in the news, which is, it was out that they've stopped all kinds of parlors for women, those restrictions, girls can't study beyond class 1. Maximum 3, not allowed to go to school. They've also, like you have in the Shariat law, you have 5 marriages allowed. So they're like, advocating for that as well. So those kind of advocacy is there. But having said that, for Indians, I would say they really love Indians, the Afghanis. That's a positive. They really respect them and love them. Currently, the ties have been severed for whatever reasons. I'm not sitting on judgment there. So there are no visas into India, which was a free flow thing earlier on. As we say, inshallah, hope कि वो resume हो जाए, because people of that country are really, really looking forward to coming here. In fact, बहुत अरसे से Afghanis are the key for medical tourism to India. That's a big one. So उसका भी, I'm sure we are feeling the impact. So who knows if